20, we finished all the previous questions, so go check out the playlist on my YouTube. This is, sorry, not TZ. This is paper 1, DTHL, but this is SL2. This is topic 6. Topic 6. Sorry, not 5, 6. And this is November 25. So, let's go ahead with question 20. I'm just going to walk through all the possibilities, right? And give a deep explanation. And so hopefully we get a good revision of everything in the syllabus. Okay, over the last 100 years, KitchenAid, whose modern day standard mixers, shown in figure 8, have developed their design and manufacturing methods since producing the H5 version in 1922. See figure 7. So we don't have that, but we can, let's see if we can actually do this without the image. Which characteristic of classic design do KitchenAid stand mixers meet? So this so what we can do is actually just search up KitchenAid H5 and we'll get an image of what the 1922 version looked like. And it looks pretty similar. It just looks a bit more bulky. It's taller. And so just have that reference image and let's look at our possible answers. Which characteristic of classic design do KitchenAid standard mixers meet? So we have not changed over time with user-friendly features. That is sounds a bit off. Then we have it has been in circulation for a long time. That is possible, yes. It is rare as it has been produced in low numbers. So first of all, this is talking about omnipresence, right? Omnipresence. Let's make sure. It has been in circulation for a long time and it has existed. So let's give that definition. Existed plus been in circulation. That is what they've said. So for a long time. I just want to give you the exact definition. And then we have it is rare as it has been produced in low numbers. So that we're saying it's not exactly told us in the description itself. So let's consider the other options. It is very popular and is found in most domestic kitchens. That is possibly true. That is ubiquitous, right? Ubiquitous. We want to remember these key terms. It's going to come up in paper 2. And ubiquitous means it can be found almost everywhere. Found almost everywhere. Yeah. Right. So when doing this, we sort of want to read into the question and like why they're giving us two images, right? They want us to compare the old mixer to the new mixer, right? And so they want to see a change. And so these could be possible options, but these are both equally good options, right? They've either been in circulation for a long time or they've been very popular and are found in most domestic kitchens. And so those are both equally valid options for classic design characteristics. But now we're talking about what do they what do they meet, and we can't have both these options, right? We can't choose both. We can only have one option. And even C seems like a possibility. It could be a valid answer if we were given that data in the description, but we weren't. And so what we can say is looking at the images, our our previous one is quite hard, it looks hard to use, right? It's very big. It's not user friendly. This one is more user friendly. It has a nice clear handle. It probably has just one button here. And that makes everything much easier, but the design itself has not changed over time, right? And so that's our answer. A is our answer. And so looking at both images, despite the form in terms of the size and maybe the uh, shape slightly, everything else is pretty much the same, right? We have the same color. It looks almost identical. We have the same like matte finish. We have the same silver, right? Stainless steel, and then we have the same sort of mixer design, and our button is the exact same shape, and so everything about this design is the same, right? It has not changed over time with the addition of these more user-friendly features and uh more compact shape. And so when we have these like multiple very equally likely choices that applies to the main key term, classic design, we always want to see which one sort of applies specifically to the images they give, or specifically to the tool. Like in this case, it's solely based on the images, but sometimes they'll give a tool that maybe just doesn't suit these, and it suits this option the best, you know? And so this is a very tough question, and don't get me wrong, uh, probably in an exam I would also have to guess, and it might be a 50-50. Uh, but again, we have 40 marks, and 1 mark is not a lot, but if we can understand the way they ask these questions, that is the most important, and we can get as much as we can right. Now, 21. Which combination of the following statements best describes practical function? Okay, practical function. Now, when we're talking about practical function, we want something reliable. Yes, that is. Just stub my. Okay, we have reliability, right? Do we want it to be desirable? That is not related to practical function, right? That is form. That is. This is related to form, right? So no. And attracting users, but that is not related to our practical function. And then we have functionality, that is practical function, right? And so this is quite simple. Our answer is B, and I hope that is quite clear for you guys. And we'll move on to the next one. This is actually topic 7. Let me check if there's any more. It doesn't seem like there's any more. Topic 6. So that is it for topic 6. Hopefully this made sense. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Definitely check out the other videos on the playlist. Have a great week, and do like and subscribe.